Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am the Effective Collective. This is Idle Slayer, and we are bringing you another daily update. Been a pretty good day. Well, I mean, it's been good for as much as I've been able to play. We'll put it that way. We started today at about 670 sextillions, so we've gained just shy of 400. We've gained 390. But I had to do a lot of freaking root farming. I've had a lot of low soul multipliers, and we have 2.5 minutes on a times 20 soul multiplier, and that's kind of been the way of things. I think the biggest multiplier I saw today was like a times 34. So, yeah, I mean, we've been hitting our rage farm. We used a ton of our critical swords. But the multipliers just haven't been there. I mean, they've been there, but they've been tiny. But it's all right. We have a temporal rune we're going to use, and that will get us close to 1.1. I think I'm getting about 37 quintillion for a temporal rune, so that'll take us well over the 400 mark, and then of course we're gonna farm out this times 20. I did go ahead and use a soul compass as well, so we can pretend it's a times 30. Also, I got like 26 or something dragon skills so far today out of my dailies, and I still have a couple dailies left to do. And that's the most dragon skill in one day I've seen in a long time. So, so I figured let's go ahead and spend one, right? But yeah, we are in the factory. We are ready to go get our farm on here. So we're going to grind this out. Then we'll use our temporal rune and hope to get a bigger soul multiplier than 20. Also, in the process of this, we'll definitely bring this down to less than 1 sextillion remaining for Slayer point number 19. So we'll be at like 2.11 thereabouts when we need to ascend, which is, like I said, a little longer, right? It's a little longer than a 10%, but I mean, if we were going for our 10% every other day, we're actually a bit short of that today. I mean, that might change. But diminishing returns are a thing too. So, we've been at ascending, like able to hit that 10% benchmark every other day for a good while now. And so if that has, oh no, darn it, I didn't fix my divinities. If that has, diminished to 10% growth every 2.5 days, I mean, we're about to. Uh, but we'll see. I'm like I said, if I would have been getting higher end on the soul multipliers all day today instead of lower end, I'm sure we would be there already. So things can change pretty quickly. We've already jumped up to we're coming up to 1.08. So I mean, we've already gained. We're creeping up on 20 sextillion here. Or not 20 sextillion, no. 20 quintillion here, raging out these times 20 souls, and we haven't even used the temporal rune yet. Also, my special drink is active in the village, so we can also go get that and see if we can get a soul multiplier out of it. Maybe better than a times 20. I mean, it can't be worse than a times 20. I guess that's the good news. And okay, so that's done. Let's see. Nothing special in that box. I mean, coin frenzies are great sometimes, but not right now. We're going to go ahead and use that temporal rune. So 6.08 and 31.4. So 37.48. So that's down from yesterday, right? Yesterday we were getting like 38 point something. And now we just wait for the bonus stage to appear and hope for a better soul multiplier than the one that we started with. Also gonna go ahead and hope, let's see, no spirit boost, no golden invasion. Unlucky. It's kind of been an unlucky day, but that's fine. You will get the unlucky days. We had a handful of videos in a row. I can't remember like around which benchmark. I feel like maybe around the 5 or 7 sextillion benchmark. And we were hitting like rock bottom on souls for 2 days. And then we had 2 days in a row where we were getting well above average for our soul gains. So the pendulum swings both ways when it comes to luck. You just have to take the bad days with the good days. Let's see, and no soul multiplier there. I am so eager to ultra ascend, y'all. Man, if I wasn't so committed to wanting 25 USP, I mean it'll save me from having to respec when I ultra ascend. If I have 25 USP in my pocket, and also like in my mind I've already spent it, right? Like I know I know that's gonna be 12 active, 13 random, and my mind has already begun quantifying the results that's gonna have on my gameplay. I'm kind of regretting buying Master of the Realms. I just couldn't believe how low of a price it was, but it is what it is. It's just that I'm gonna come back after. I mean, right? I should have just been more willing to ultra ascend. That's probably what I should have done. Seeing that I could buy it, I probably should have said, "Screw it, let's ultra ascend right now. Get my 18 USP, and we will farm back to 15 sextillion reasonably quick." And and I would always know in my head that if I wanted to buy it, I still could. It's just that let's say I did that, I would still be in a spot where whether I bought it with jewels or went ahead and did the 100 sextillion grind, armed with 18 more Ultra Slayer points, either which way, I would then have to Ultra Ascend again. Right? And ultimately that's what I wanted to avoid, was having to Ultra Ascend twice over the Master of the Realms. So that ultimately was my decision-making process, but man, I don't. Part of me wishes I just hadn't been told. Oh well, it is what it is, and like I said, 100 sextillions away, and with that a long ways away, and with that stretch goal removed from my plate, I can focus on some other things. I mean, we are still grinding the end game. We're still grinding for USP. I want that 25. So we've still got 7 ascensions ahead of us, and they're going to be probably longer ascensions. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if these were more like 3 to 5 days apiece to get these ascensions moving forward, because the cost on those USPs goes up really fast. So we're still going to be in the end game grind for a while, just not as long as it would have been trying to get to 100 sextillion without Ultra Ascending first. And, ultimately now, when we do Ultra Ascend, we'll have the benefit of Master of the Realms unlocked for an unbelievably low price. While we're at it, we're up to 1.12 sextillion, so that should definitely have, under 1 sextillion to go, 994 quintillion, in fact, to get Ultra Slayer point number 19. Okay, times 28 soul multiplier. I'm quite happy with it. You know, it could have been better, but it also could have not been a soul multiplier. So we're just gonna be happy with what we got here. And let's see, that's bringing us, and I do have the skull ring equipped. I do have the Kishar shield equipped. Sometimes I don't have my gear right, y'all, and it makes such a huge difference. It's worth it to double check every once in a while. Grabbing some handfuls of quintillions. It's really nice when we hit like the times 45 or bigger, right? And we're grabbing quintillions like by the second in our rage, but we'll take this too. It's fine. Diminishing returns are a thing, and they are starting to sting. Like I said, we'll still get. So based on my previous ascensions, right? I could get 2 sextillion with relative ease. It's just once we're past the 2 sextillion farmed, it starts to really slow down. So, and our next Ultra Slayer point, we're probably gonna have to get, close to 4 sextillion. I can't imagine it being less than that at the rate that they've been going up. And wonderful, another bonus stage for free this time. Spirit boost even. That's nice. And we can hope to, maybe we'll get a times 30 or better soul multiplier while we're at it. I feel like I haven't seen like above a 38 in several days. Just haven't been getting them off the gold boxes, I guess. But even on a silver, you can get up to a times 40. You can get up to a times 40 on the special drink too. So I don't know. It's been a minute though. Which is another reason I'm really looking forward to 13 more on Stone of Random. So our current at 17 on Stone of Random, we're at 29% chance to spawn a golden box instead of a silver. And of course, there's an Ascension upgrade that gives you 3%. So with that, we're at 32%. So about 1 in 3, which isn't bad, right? Uh, but oh man, I would like to see that get closer to 50, right? Like if we could get it, I don't know how many it would take on Stoner Random for it to give us like a 48% golden box chance. But however many that would be, if we could get that, then with the 3% off the Ascension upgrade, we would be at 51% um, drop chance for golden boxes. So I guess I don't know how reasonable of a goal that is. Like I said, I haven't really experimented with the Stoner Random in terms of like seeing, you know, how much bonus you get per USP and how long, you know, before it trails off, right? Because you kind of get diminishing returns on all of the Stones of Time. But yeah, but so I don't know how reasonable they are. Right? Would that take like a level 70 Stone of Random to achieve that? Or, you know, will my level 30 be better than that already? I have no idea. But that's a number I would like to see. So it's another reason that I'm itching to Ultra Ascend, right? The Stone of Random was a new addition in the last big update, and it was like you had, you know, you had whatever you had to work with, right? And that's it. If you want better, you got to go farm a lot more USP, like right now. And so that's why I ascended about 4 days after the update dropped. I had like 8 USP built up, and so it takes 8 USP to activate the upgrade of time that gives you access to the Stone of Random. So I had to Ultra Ascend literally to get that 8 USP so I could activate the Stone of Random. But then I still had to like switch things around and respec a little, and you know, like to see what to pull USP from anywhere I could, right? With like without being detrimental to my gameplay, because I didn't know how good of a return I was gonna get out of the Stone of Random, right? So that was kind of when I realized, well, these you know, a lot of the other upgrades of time get less useful. You know, pretty much once I have the quests cleared out, you don't really need them. And right, like right now, we're because we've ascended a ton and stuff, we tend to easily jump right back into SPV coin farm at this point. But before all those ascensions, you know, I still really easily got to a point where I could ascend and refarm into SXV, right? That's kind of where I was before the update. So, you know, I didn't really need the where you keep the enemy evolutions anymore, right? It wasn't hurting me at all to rebuy the enemy evolutions. And the one where you complete minigame related quests twice as fast. Honestly, that one's just not worth it to me. Outside of there are like 3 main quests that's helpful for, right? There's one to do ascending heights like 5 times. There's one to do ascending heights like 20 times, and it's real helpful for that one. Honestly, that's literally the one quest that I want it for. And then there's one to do grapple run 10 times, so that is nice to cut that in half. But then after that, like I don't need, you know, if I get a daily and it's like do 2 ascending heights, I don't so desperately want to only do one that I would, you know, spend 4 of my Ultra Slayer points to make that possible. So I could turn that off. And then that's when I kind of realized, you know, I tend to be farming coins or I'm farming souls. I'm never really farming both. So that was when I decided I could just toggle between souls and CPS, so I could turn CPS off. And the rubies, honestly, the rubies are nice, and there are some quests along the way that are, like gather so many rubies, gather so many gemstones, and they do allow you to just punch through those. But again, after that, if I'm coin farming, I'm trying to have a gemstone rush anyway. And with Stone of Random, you can get some crazy big gemstone rushes off gold boxes. Um, so I mean, the rubies really weren't that important, so I could shut those off. So then I had some options. Then I could turn on the Stone of Random and actually have some points to drop in it, which is how it ended up with 17. So, but now, crazy long story about how things came about. But now, I'm about to have a whole bunch more USP when I Ultra Ascend. We're gonna have 25. There's no way I'm doing it before that. I'm too close now. And yeah, so we're gonna take the Stone of Random to 30, and we're gonna bring our active up to 32 to tie it with our idle, because honestly, my active only being at 20 with the way that I play the game, and I prefer active farming, and I don't mind bow farming. I enjoy the low overhead of bow farming. And the soulstone ring is really nice for bow farming as well. I guess so I would definitely like to see my active much higher. But I mean, the only other place I could pull from would be if I wanted to stop rage farming altogether, right? And I could just pull 20 off of the Stone of Rage and put it into my active, and I would have an active of 40 doubled just like that. But I don't think, I would still not be getting as many souls by bow farming as I am by rage farming if I did that. I would be getting a lot, don't get me wrong. And again, bow farming doesn't have the overhead. There we go. I knew there was a reason. We were waiting. Bow farming does not have the overhead of rage farming, right? Rage farming costs a lot of materials. And you're kind of at the mercy of the soul multipliers, whereas bow farming is just a constant good rate of gain. Anyhow, I couldn't do that though. Even if my bow farming at this stage would overtake my rage farming, I need the USP on Stone of Rage for coin farming. So, it's not an option. The only way I'm getting it is with this Ultra Ascension. So I am itching for it. So there's a fast 21.8 quintillion, and hey, we get to keep it going. Sure was hoping to hit a time extension, but you can't have it all. Last 5 seconds on the range. But yeah, this was a nice handful of quintillions, more than the temporal rune got us. We're up to 1.16. 948 quintillion to go. And let's see. Oh, and so for the record, that brings our total for the day. Bonus stage 1.16 sextillion. I started at like 670 quintillion, so 500 would be 1.1, so almost 500. We started this video at almost 400 for the day, and we are now at almost 500. If we get incredibly lucky in here, Maybe we'll get another 45 or better soul multiplier and jump up to the over 500 mark, which is kind of our average. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I am okay with getting an average day. Also, the day's not over. A lot of times, these last handful of days at least, it's been pretty late in the evening by the time I get my daily video done. But in today's case, I still have several hours ahead of me, so who knows, this may even improve from an average day to a good day. No soul multiplier still. That's okay. It's keeping us in suspense. So we're gonna, if we get a soul multiplier, I mean, we're definitely gonna rage that out. If we don't get a soul multiplier, though, we'll probably wrap this up after this bonus stage, because I just noticed how long this video has gone on. Also, my dog started barking, so they've stopped now, but I don't trust it. I don't trust that the calm will last. Okay, last section. No soul multiplier yet. Don't whiff it. We need all 3 boxes. Only one was gold. Oh man. Just a ridiculous gemstone rush. Holy, so that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm not worried about 60% more rubies. Like, that was all Zinniums. But unfortunately, no soul multipliers, so I've still got 6.5 minutes of buff. I am going to play these out, but we'll go ahead and wrap up the video for now. Thanks for watching with me, all. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, tell me. Tell me all about it in the comments. All right, y'all. We'll see you in the next one.